So, mein Lieber, ich bin super, super bullish auf den Kryptomarkt right now. Was insane ist. Was gerade literally insane ist. Ich freue mich sehr, dort zu kaufen und massively Money zu printen. Lol. Ich freue mich auch, wenn meine ganzen Leads angeleitet werden, jetzt im März. Und ich nicht zu viel verschaffen muss. Ich freue mich auch auf Bibel lesen. Ich freue mich auch nach dem Fußballspielen, sofern ich es noch rechtzeitig schaffe. Lol. Ähm, Ich freue mich auch, zurück in die Schweiz zu gehen, meine Fam wieder zu sehen, meine Friends wieder zu sehen und einfach geile Shit machen. Ähm, Ich freue mich auch einfach auf das Jahr 2026, wo mir, ich glaube, Großartiges bevorsteht und ich mich sehr darauf freue. Alexa, erinnere mich um 18 Uhr an Karten fertig machen.
Okay, ich werde für dich eine Erinnerung erstellen, die um 18 Uhr startet.
Alexa, erinnere mich um 19 Uhr an Akash.
Okay, ich werde für dich eine Erinnerung erstellen, die um 19 Uhr startet.
Ich freue mich sehr, es wird ein geiler Tag. Ich bin locked in auf meine Vision. Ich habe eine fette Leadliste. Ähm, ich habe einen AI Voice Calling Agent, der hoffentlich viel Cash machen wird. Ich, ja, ich freue mich auf what's to come. Ja, wie geil. Das ist fucking amazing, aber jetzt genug gehabt. Ich will schon gar nicht aufhören. Und ich lese weiter bei Numbers 10, 11. The Israelites leave Sinai. In the second year after Israel's departure from Egypt, on the 20th day of the second month, the clouds lifted from the tabernacle of the covenant. So the Israelites set out from the wilderness of Sinai and traveled on from place to place until the clouds stopped in the wilderness of Paran. When the people set out for the first time, following the instructions the Lord had given through Moses, Judah's troops led the way. They marched behind their banners, and their leader was Nahshon, son of Aminadab. They were joined by the troops of the tribe of Issachar, led by Nathanael, son of Zuar, and the troops of the tribe of Zebulun, led by Eliab, son of Helon. Then the tabernacle was taken down, and the Gershonite and Merarite divisions of the Levites were next in the line of march, carrying the tabernacle with them. Reuben's troops went next, marching behind their banner. Their leader was Elisur, son of Shedeur. They were joined by the troops of the tribe of Simeon, led by Shelumiel, son of Zurish Shaddai, and the troops of the tribe of Gad, led by Eliasaph, son of Deuel. Then next came Kohathite division of the Levites, carrying the sacred objects from the tabernacle. Before they arrived at the next camp, the tabernacle would already be set up at its new location. Ephraim's troop went next, marching behind their banner. Their leader was Elishama, son of Amihud. They were joined by the troops of the tribe of Manasseh, led by Gamaliel, son of Pedazur, and the troops of the tribe of Benjamin, led by Abidan, son of Gideoni. Dan's troop went last, marching behind their banner and serving as the rear guard for all the tribal camps. Their leader was Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai. They were joined by the troops of the tribe of Asher, led by Pagiel, son of Okran, and the troops of the tribe of Naphtali, led by Ahira, son of Enan. This was the order in which the Israelites marched division by division. One day Moses said to his brother-in-law, Hubab, son of Roel the Midianite, We are on our way to the place the Lord promised us, for he said, I will give it to you. Come with us, and we will treat you well, for the Lord has promised wonderful blessings for Israel. But Hobab replied, No, I will not go. I must return to my own land and family. Please don't leave us, Moses pleaded. You know the places in the wilderness where we should camp. Come, be our guide. If you do, we'll share with you all the blessings the Lord gives us. They marched for 3 days after leaving the mountain of the Lord, with the ark of the Lord's covenant moving ahead of them to show them where they stop and rest. As they moved on each day, the cloud of the Lord hovered over them. And whenever the ark set out, Moses would shout, Arise, O Lord, and let your enemies be scattered. Let them flee before you. And when the ark was set down, he would say, Return, O Lord, to the countless thousands of Israel. The people complained to Moses. Soon the people began to complain about their hardship, and the Lord heard everything they said. Then the Lord's anger blazed against them, and he set a fire to rage among them, and he destroyed some of the people in the outskirts of the camp. Then the people screamed to Moses for help, and when he prayed to the Lord, the fire stopped. After that, the area was known as Taberah, which means the place of burning, because fire from the Lord had burned among them there. Then the foreign rebel who were traveling with the Israelites began to crave the good things of Egypt. And the people of Israel also began to complain. Oh, for some meat, they exclaimed. We remember the fish we used to eat for free in Egypt, and we had all the cucumbers, melons, leeks, onions, and garlic we wanted. But now our appetite are gone. All we see is this manna. The manna looked like small coriander seeds, and it was pale yellow like gum raisin. The people would go out, gather it from the ground. They made flour by grinding it with hand mills and pounding it in mortars. Then they boiled it in a pot, made it into flat cakes. The cakes tasted like pastries baked with olive oil. The manna came down on the camp with the dew during the night. Moses heard all the families standing in the doorway of their tents whining. The Lord became extremely angry. Moses was also very aggravated. And Moses said to the Lord, Why are you treating me, your servant, so harshly? Have mercy on me. What did I do to deserve the burden of all these people? Did I give birth to them? Did I bring them into the world? Why did you tell me to carry them in my arms like a mother carries a nursing baby? How can I carry them to a land you swore to give their ancestors? Where am I supposed to get meat for all these people? They keep whining and saying to me, give us meat to eat. I can't carry all these people by myself. The load is far too heavy. If this is how you intend to treat me, just go ahead and kill me. Do me a favor and just spare me this misery. Moses chooses 70 leaders. Then the Lord said to Moses, Gather before me 70 men who are recognized as elders, leaders of Israel. Bro, it's the same shit as the 3 books before. Just like in the New Testament, but it's so long. Bring them to the tabernacle to stand there with you. I will come down and talk to you. I will take some of the spirit that is upon you, and I will put it in the spirit upon them also. They will bear the burden of the people along with you, and you will not have to carry it alone. And say to the people, Purify yourselves, for tomorrow you will have meat to eat. You were whining, and the Lord heard you when you cried, Oh, for some meat, we were better off in Egypt. Now the Lord will give you meat, and you will have to eat. And it won't be just a day or 2 or 5 or 10 or even 20. You will eat for a whole month until you gag and you're sick of it. For you have rejected the Lord who is among you. And you have whined to him, saying, Why did you ever leave Egypt? But Moses responded to the Lord, There are 600,000 foot soldiers here with me, and yet you say I will give them meat for a whole month? Even if we butchered all our flocks and herds, would that satisfy them? Even if we caught all the fish in the sea, would that be enough? Then the Lord said to Moses, Has my arm lost its power? Now you will see whether or not my word comes true. So Moses went out and reported the Lord's word to the people. He gathered the 70 elders and stationed them around the tabernacle. And the Lord came down in the cloud and spoke to Moses. Then he gave the 70 elders the same spirit that was upon Moses. And when the Spirit rested upon them, they prophesied. But this never happened again. 2 men, Eldad and Medad, had stayed behind the camps. They were listed among the elders, but they had not gone out to the tabernacle. Yet the Spirit rested upon them as well, so they prophesied there in the camp. A young man ran and reported to Moses, Eldad and Medad are prophesying in the camp. Joshua, son of Nun, who had been Moses' assistant since his youth, protested, Moses, my master, make them stop. But Moses replied, Are you jealous for my sake? I wish that all the Lord's people were prophets, and that the Lord would put his spirit upon all of them. Then Moses returned to the camp with the elders of Israel. The Lord sends quail. Now the Lord sends a wind that brought quail from the sea and let them fall all around the camp. For miles in every direction there were quail flying about 3 feet above the ground. So the people went out and caught quail all day long, and throughout the night and all the next day too. No one gathered less than 50 bushels. What is bushels? 1132. 2.2 kilometers. They spread the quail all around the camp to dry. But while they were gorging themselves on the meat, while it was still in their mouths, the anger of the Lord blazed against the people, and he struck them with a severe plague. So that place was called Kibroth Hattaavah, which means graves of gluttony, because there they buried the people who had craved meat from Egypt. From Kibroth Hattaavah, the Israelites traveled to Hatzerot, where they stayed for some time. Number 12. The complaints of Miriam and Aaron. While they were in Hatzerot, Miriam and Aaron criticized Moses because he had arrived a Cushite women. They said, Has the Lord spoken only through Moses? Hasn't he spoken through us too? But the Lord heard them. Now Moses was very humble, more humble than any other person on earth. So immediately the Lord called to Moses, Aaron and Miriam, and said, Go out to the tabernacle, all 3 of you. So the 3 of them went to the tabernacle. Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. So the 3 of them went to the tabernacle, and the Lord descended in the pillar of cloud and stood at the entrance of the tabernacle. Aaron and Miriam he called. And they stepped forward, and the Lord said to them, Now listen to what I say. If there were prophets among you, if I, the Lord, would reveal myself in visions, I would speak to them in dreams, but not with my servant Moses. Of all my house, he is the one I trust. I speak to him face to face, clearly and not in riddles. He sees the Lord as he is. So why were you afraid to criticize my servant Moses? The Lord was very angry with them, and he departed. As the cloud moved from above the tabernacle, there stood Miriam, her skin as white as snow from leprosy. When Aaron saw what had happened to her, he cried out to Moses, Oh, my master, please don't punish us for this sin we have so foolishly committed. Don't let her be like a stillborn baby already decayed at birth. So Moses called out to the Lord, Oh God, I beg you, please heal her. The Lord said to Moses, If her father had done nothing more than spit in her face, wouldn't she be defiled for 7 days? So keep her outside the camp for 7 days, and after that she may be accepted back. So Miriam was kept outside of the camp for 7 days, and the people waited until she was brought back before they traveled again. And they left Hatzerot and camped in the wilderness of Paran. Numbers 13. 12 scouts explore Canaan. The Lord now said to Moses, Send out men to explore the land of Canaan, the land I am giving to the Israelites. Send 1 leader from each 12 ancestral tribes. So Moses did as the Lord commanded him. He sent out 12 men, all tribal leaders from Israel, from the camp in the wilderness of Paran. These were the tribes and the names of their leaders. Again, tribe. Reuben, Shammua, son of Zakkur, Simeon, Shaphath, son of Hori, Judah, Caleb, son of Jephunneh, Issachar, Iga, son of Joseph, Ephraim, Hoshea, son of Nun, Benjamin, Palti, son of Raphu, Zebulun, Gadiel, son of Sodi, Manasseh, son of Joseph, Gadi, son of Susi, Dan, Amiel, son of Gemali, Asher, Setu, son of Michael, Naphtali, Nabi, son of Vophsi, Gad, Gubal, son of Maki. These are the names of the men Moses sent out to explore the land. Moses called Hoshea, son of Nun, by the name Joshua. Moses gave the men these instructions as he sent them out to explore the land. Go north through the Negev into the hill country. See what the land is like and find out whether the people living there are strong or weak, few or many. See what kind of land they live in. Is it good or bad? Do their towns have walls or are they unprotected like open camps? Is their soil fertile or poor? Are there many trees? Do you do your best to bring back samples of the crops you see. It happened to be season of harvesting the first ripe grapes. So they went out and explored the land from the wilderness of Sin as far as Rehob, near Lebo Hamath. Going north, they passed through the Negev and arrived in Hebron, where Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai, all descendants of Anak, lived. In brackets, the ancient town of Hebron was founded 7 years before the Egyptian city of Zoan. When they came to the valley of Eshcol, they cut down a branch with a single cluster of grapes, so large it took 2 of them to carry it on a pole between them. They also brought back samples of the pomegranates and figs. That place was called the Valley of Eshcol, which means cluster, because the cluster of grapes the Israelites men cut there. The scouting report. After scouting the land for 40 days, the men returned to Moses, Aaron, and the whole community of Israel at Kadesh in the wilderness of Paran. They reported to the whole community what they had seen and showed them the fruit they had taken from the land. This was the report for Moses. We entered the land you sent us to explore, and it indeed is a bountiful country, a land flowing with milk and honey. Here is the kind of fruit it produces. But the people living there are powerful, and their towns are large and fortified. We even saw giants there, the descendants of Anak. The Amalekites live in the Negev, and the Hittites, Jebusites, and Amorites live in the hill country. The Canaanites live along the coast, in the Mediterranean Sea, and along the Jordan Valley. But Caleb tried to quiet the people as they stood before Moses. Let's go all at once to take the land, he said. We can certainly conquer it. But the other men who had explored the land with him disagreed. We can't go out against them. They are stronger than we are. So they spread this bad report about the land among the Israelites. The land we traveled through and explored will devour anyone who goes to live there. All the people we saw were huge. We even saw giants there, the descendants of Anak. Next to them, we felt like grasshoppers. And that's what they thought too. The people rebel. Numbers 14. Then the whole community began weeping aloud, and they all cried all night. Their voices rose in a great chorus of protest against Moses and Aaron. If only we had died in Egypt, or even here in the wilderness, they complained. Why is the Lord taking us here? Why is the Lord taking us to this country only to have us die in battle? Our wives and our little ones will be carried off as plunder. Wouldn't it be better for us to return to Egypt? They plotted among themselves. Let's choose a new leader and go back to Egypt. And Moses and Aaron fell face down on the ground before the whole community of Israel. 2 of the men who had explored the land, Joshua son of Nun and Caleb son of Jephunneh, tore their clothing. They said to all the people of Israel, the land we traveled through and explored is a wonderful land. And if the Lord is pleased with us, he will bring us safely into that land and give it to us. It is a rich land flowing with milk and honey. Do not rebel against the Lord, and don't be afraid of the people of the land. They are only helpless prey to us. They have no protection, but the Lord is with us. Don't be afraid of them." But the whole community began to talk about stoning Joshua and Caleb. Then the glorious presence of the Lord appeared to all the Israelites at the tabernacle. And the Lord said to Moses, "How long will these people treat me with contempt? They will never believe me, even after all the miraculous signs I've done among them. I will disown them and destroy them with a plague. Then I will make you into a nation greater and mightier than we are." Alexa, Datum?
Heute ist Samstag, 7. März.
7. März, 26 AM. Check.